What's up, fantastic humans? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we're doing a base game build because I know a lot of people don't have all the packs or maybe have just a few, so I wanted to make sure that you guys could join in as well and can download some of my builds. So we're doing just a base game. This one is more of a farmhouse style with a little bit more of a kind of classic inside, I guess. It's kind of difficult or interesting, I guess, kind of going back to just the base game because I'm so used to using all of the packs, you know, in my build. So really having to constrain myself and kind of find the cool things in the base game is interesting. So right now I'm just doing a little interesting thing with the roof where I put a half hip roof and a gable roof together just so it makes it a little bit more interesting and makes it more special, I guess. So the house is going to be blue, and then each gable roof has a little bit of a different texture as well. This does come with a garden. I didn't put in a greenhouse this time. I just did the garden plot, but it's the starter soil, so that's really good for plants. And then you have each of the seed packets as well. There's also a hot tub, which ends up being the anniversary hot tub, which is cool. I like that one. And then there's a sand pit too, so you can build sand castles and stuff, so like a little sandbox, and a jungle gym. So this one is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. It has space for obviously the parents, Sims, and then a teen, a toddler, and a child. So you can move those around. Everything you need is in there. I didn't put a high chair in the kitchen, but that's just because toddlers will basically eat anywhere else, and I find that when I'm playing with toddlers it's really difficult to just get them to sit in the high chair and eat and stuff. So I think it's just easier to just give them the food and put it in their inventory and then have them eat it that way. So there's no high chair, but there is the potty chair obviously, and then there's a bunch of toys. So right now I'm just doing the front porch, and there's just a little seating area with a bunch of flowers, and I like how it turned out. I liked the red as kind of that pop of color, and I do put in a rug in a minute. So this brick right now is really kind of obnoxious as the red color, so I do change that in the end, but for right now it's just going to stay that beautiful obnoxious red color, but it's great. So yeah, this is just kind of the front porch. Like I said, it is more of a farmhouse style. I've done a lot of modern builds, so I wanted to do something a little bit different this time and kind of give you all a new style that you can do. As always, this is available in the description and on the gallery, so the link, like I said, is in the description. I can never say that, it's like too close of the words, I guess. In the description, everything's good for you there, and then yeah, just downloading it there. So on the first level we do have a kitchen, a dining room, a living room with a TV, and a home office, and then there's also a little kids room, this just kind of like a playroom. And originally I was going to put a bathroom under the stairs, and you can kind of see with the door there, I did end up finishing it, but I didn't put it in this speed build because I ended up deleting it all because it wasn't working when I was doing the play testing, so it didn't really matter anyway, because it was just too cramped and everything was under the stairs. So anyways, I just deleted that. But right now I'm just doing a little entryway. Again, I love entryways. I think they're really nice in the Sims, and so I'm just putting some candles and some plants around, and then there's a shoe rack and coat rack as always. When I do my base game and seasons build, I'm gonna try to do a mud room, so that'll be nice. So yeah, like I was just saying, coming up in the couple weeks, each week I'm gonna try to do a build with the base game and then one pack, so that way everybody can join in if they have that pack as well. And so that's gonna be kind of cool. I'm excited to see what I'm gonna do with the spooky pack and, you know, that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that goes, you know. But then also next week I'm wanting to start, I guess 2 weeks from now I'm gonna start my Let's Play that I was talking about, I think, in my other video. It's scheduling wise, it just worked out to just try to do it in 2 weeks, so stay tuned for that. There will be a Let's Play where I have 8 Sims that are all going to college at the same time, and they will have 4 classes each, so that's going to be a fun Let's Play. And then hopefully by then we'll be on our way to getting the eco living, and I'll be doing some builds with that and some Let's Plays, kind of continuing that 8x4 challenge with that. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really excited about the build. I can't wait for the game pack. I think it's going to be great. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of putting together a little seating area in the home office. I like that magazine thing. I thought it was really cool. And then I just put a duck in there because, you know, why not? I think it's cool. I think when I was a little kid, we used to have like a little duck statue or something, and I saw it and it just kind of reminded me of home, so that's why I put it in there. So this build is a little bit for my sister. She does not have a lot of the packs that I do, so she asked me to make just a base game build that she could have for her family, and right now she has 2 Sims and a child Sim, but she's wanting to have a little bit more with the family, so this house is for you, Devin. I hope that you enjoy it, but also it's for all of you who don't have any of the packs, you know, or if you do have the packs, you know, whatever, it's just a base game build, so that's great. I wanted to try to do a little bit different things with the cabinets, or the counters, and just kind of put in a little bit of those I guess unique things. So for the bar, I was going to do a little bit of a rounded area, but then I just decided to put that end piece on, and you'll see that in just a second when I put in the little seating area there too. So there's lots of seating in this house. There's like couches and chairs, and then there's a 6-seater dining table along with a 4-seater bar area, so you can always have a lot of parties, which I think is really cool. One cool trick with the lights is that if you do put them in the counter or in the cabinets, they do still light up. So I thought that was really neat, where you can have that light but not see it. So that's why I put that in there, and it helps just with the lighting. I think one of the biggest challenges for me was just trying to find enough light with the base game build, and having that kind of all fit together. So yeah, I did end up putting the hood in the cabinet this time. I know I said I normally don't do that, which I normally don't, but I just thought it looked better this time instead of just having the hood there, so that's what I did. And I do add in a trash can later. I did forget it, but when I was doing the backyard, I remembered that I didn't have any trash cans whatsoever on this lot, so I do put one in the kitchen, and then there is a dumpster in the back as well. So right now I'm just moving into the dining area and living room area. So I was originally going to do that couch, and I think it looks really nice, but there's no matching couches that really go with it, so then I ended up doing more of that, I guess, modern kind of style for the couches. But I feel like with the rugs and everything, it still looks pretty you know, farmhousey, kind of like a modern farmhouse, I guess. I'm trying really hard not to make all of my builds modern, just because that's the style that I usually build in, because it's my favorite type of house, along with like industrial and stuff like that. So I've been kind of trying to really make it more, you know, cozy and homey and less modern. So yeah, right now I just put in those chairs, and then there is a little speaker as well. Again, if you haven't seen it, I did do a tutorial on how to add custom music to your game, so you can click that right in the corner there, and you can find it there. And it's a really nice way to just kind of have your own music within The Sims, and allow you to jam out while you are playing The Sims. So that's what I really like about it. Originally I started with the 8-seater, and then I put in that bar, so I had to change it up a little bit, but I think it turns out better as just a 6-seater with the bar, and I really like it. It took me forever, a day and a half, to figure out what rug I wanted to, so I ended up cutting out a lot of that. So there will be some cuts in this video, but it's just basically me trying to find really what I want to. One of it comes with the walls in the playroom, but it's just stuff that you really didn't need to see, because it was literally 10 minutes of me just picking out different rugs or different wall paintings or whatever. So yeah, so they'll just be little cuts for your convenience. I really like that light there. I think it's a really cool piece. I didn't realize, I guess when you build only base game, you start to realize that there's a lot more options that you don't usually use. So I think I may start using that light a little bit more, because I think it looks really cool. Again, just putting in windows after everything is built, just because it helps me make it more realistic, I think. And then now we're moving on to the playroom. So there is an activity table, a little science table, and then a dollhouse in here too. I wanted to fit in a toy chest, but that was not fitting just because it is kind of a small room. But your Sims should be able to play with the dollhouse. I do make it to the smaller one too, which will help out a bit, because that one was just so big and the room was a little bit smaller, so I wanted to make sure they could get to everything. But I think they should be fine to do that. And just adding in some paintings, a nice elephant, a nice dinosaur, and then I guess it's like an imaginary friend almost. I think it looks like one of those things, I guess. I don't know. But I just think it turned out really cool. And then I ended up going with that sunset. I think it's like imaginary sunset or something, because the whole room was green and blue, and I thought it just looked really nice. So all the bedrooms and bathrooms are upstairs. Right now I'm just putting in, the little rooms for that. The first bedroom on the left there is the master bedroom, and then it goes to 2 bathrooms, the kids room, followed by the teen room, and then the toddler room and the bathroom on the other side. So if you're just following it around in a circle, and then it does have the hallway, of course, and a little landing area as well. Originally I made that a little bit too small for a bedroom, so then I ended up kind of changing it around and then resizing everything. But I think it looks good proportionately now, and I think it turned out well. There is a toddler potty in the bathroom next to the toddler room. It's not going to be in this build because I realized I forgot it when I was taking the screenshot, so I do put it in, but you can see it in the screenshots as well. And that's a good thing for you. So that's basically it right now. I am putting together those floorboards again, which I really like. Just in general, I think they're cool floorboards. And then yeah, it took me forever to figure out what kind of tile I wanted in the bathrooms too, so there's another jump for you. But other than that, it's really cool. I decided not to do a greenhouse this time, like I said before, just because I had done all greenhouses in my previous builds, and just wanted to kind of give it a bit of a difference, I guess, wanted to make it a little bit different for you, and so that's what I did. And I think it turned out cool, but there's just like a little plot. So I learned some things over the weekend that I think are really neat, and I'll be doing a video on those for next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, but it's going to be 15 things that you may not know about The Sims, and one of those things was the starter soil and the sandbox. So I didn't know that you could put those in and kids could actually play with those and build sand sculptures, and that starter soil actually helped your plants grow. So that's what I put in this time, and I think I'll start doing the starter soil instead of the more, I think it's like mud or something that I usually put in the greenhouses or gardens or whatever, because it does actually help your plants grow. So I think that's really cool. But then we'll be talking about the different the different build cheats that I use, and just kind of how you can make your builds look a little bit better. And then we'll also be talking about the hidden worlds that you may or may not know about in The Sims. There are actually 4 hidden worlds and a hidden passageway if you have all of the expansion packs, so you can find those, and if you don't, there's 2 in the base game build that you may or may not know about. So I wanted to show you those so you can find them and have fun with your game with those items that you find in there. And then we'll also be talking about some aspirations that you can have, or some cool things that kids can do with different objects, and toddlers as well. So stay tuned for that. That will be on Tuesday coming up, so look forward to that. Right now, just furnishing in the bathrooms. I just finished the master bedroom that you saw there, and just making sure that everything looks good. The potty will be in this bathroom right here to the corner there, so you can find it and it'll look good. And yeah, so originally I had put in a get-together towel into the master bathroom for like the hand towel thing. So don't worry, I did change it out for the base game one, and I didn't realize it, but it's okay. all is well, and I did change it. So it is 100% a base game build, so no worries there. I really like that dragon. I think it's just so cute for a little kid, and they can do so many interactions with it, and does help get their social up. And then I think toddlers may be able to play with it too. I'm not 100% sure on that. Again, I kind of only play with like 1 or 2 Sims, and they're usually adults, so I probably need to do more gameplay with kids, you know, but I mostly just tried to do a lot of aspirations with adults and young adults and stuff like that. So that's how I usually play my game. But like I said, you do have room for a teen, a toddler, and a child in this build. So it's a big family house, which I think is just really nice. So yeah, I'm just putting in a little poster and just kind of moving the furniture around just so they have enough room for everything. And then going on to the teen's bedroom. So the teen does have a computer in their room. So you have the one downstairs in the office, I guess for the adults if you want, and then the teen also has one with a speaker, again, so you can use your custom music. And like I said, this is on the gallery, so you can download it anytime that you would like. The link is in the description, and you can find it there. And I hope that you will download it because it's a base game build and everybody can enjoy it, so that would be fun. I didn't end up putting a closet into the teen's bedroom just because, 1, there wasn't really much room for what I wanted it to do, and then 2, you don't really need it because you can always just shift click and modify and cast so they can, you know, change their outfits there, or you can just go to a different room and do it because there's one in the parents' room and there's one in the kids' room and maybe one in the toddler's room. I'm not sure. So yeah. So this is the toddler's room right now, and it does have the Wabbit tablet, so that helps a lot with getting their skills up and doing that. And then they do have a bookshelf so you can read with them, and of course the toy box as well, which is nice because the kid can also go into the toy box, and I think they may have one in the kids' room as well. So even though there's the playroom downstairs that didn't have all of the toys in there, you can still have all of that within their rooms. And so it works out well. And then I did put a fishbowl in the kids' room just because I thought, well, they will probably have a fish or something if you want to do that. So you can have a little aquarium, and maybe eventually they'll work up to a bigger aquarium and then have all the fish. So there you go. But yeah, so I put in a little fishbowl, and then I love those little height charts. I think they're just perfect for kids' rooms. And then I love the little hot air balloon and stuff. So I ended up changing the light a little bit because I wanted the toddler room to be a more space themed instead of the kids room. So they got the little space mobile or space light, I guess, and then the kid just kind of got like a little normal light, I guess. So yeah, I just kind of moved a little things around because the door was kind of weirdly placed for the parents' room. And then I just put in another accent table with a little light and a little plant just for a little bit of decoration, because why not? It's exciting. And I think it's all pretty good. So here in just a second, we're going to start jumping into the deck area. So originally I was just going to do kind of like a deck that was on the ground, but then I wanted to put it with the foundation, and I think it turned out a lot better. There is a grill back here, a hot tub, and a little seating area as well, just because Devin asked me to do something outside that their people could do, and I didn't really have room for a pool in this one, so I did want to put in a little bit of a water activity, I guess, with the hot tub. So and of course the kids can use the little monkey bars to get their movement skill up, which I think is really cool. And then here is the sandbox that if you go into it, you can just press it and it says build a sand sculpture, which I think is really cool. I didn't know that until this week, so I wanted to put it into my build. And then just adding a little bit of shade for the children so that they aren't immediately in the sun, but it looks really cool. And then, of course, on to the other side, there will be the little garden to the side of the house here. And like I said, you do have all the seeds. So obviously I didn't put in the seasons build seeds because obviously it comes with seasons, but all of the base game with the like starter flowers, fruits, vegetables, farmer fruits and vegetables are in there. And then also the rare and uncommon plants are also in there too. So you have all the seeds ready to go for your planting needs, and a pretty big plot for them there. So just adding in a few trees in the front, and I do actually change that to a hawthorn tree just so they kind of match, but I think it looks really cool. And that is that's the build right now. So I'm just changing the bricks there to the more muted white color, and then changing the roof to black. So there's the build. There's the front of the house there, the kind of side with the garden, and then the other side with the monkey bars and the sandbox as well, and then just the deck area as in general. Here is the front porch, of course, with the flowers, and I think that turned out really well. And then here's the entryway. As you can see, the door is gone because the bathroom is no longer, but it works out. And there's the trash can for the kitchen, and just like the bar area with the kitchen and the living room and dining room as well. So yeah, I really liked how the kitchen turned out. I think it's really cool. But here is the living room, which is, I think, really cozy and just really nice. And the front office with the little seating area in the back for that. Here is the little the landing on the top of the stairs with the master bedroom, and going into the master bathroom right now. As you can see, there is 2 sinks, and then I did change that little hand towel, so it is 100% base game. Here's the kids' room with the little dragon and the fish bowl. And then we have the kids bathroom, sorry, with the tub there, so you can have the toddler take a shower tub bath there. Here's the teens room with a little guitar, and then we have the toddler room with all their stuff. I just think it's really cool because you can always just edit it around for whatever you need. And there's the toddler toilet in that bathroom. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications for all of my videos. I post new videos every Tuesdays and Fridays. Again, this is available in the description. Until then, go out there, be fantastic humans that you are, be kind to each other, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!